Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. As always, I have a juicy reading for you guys today. So just give me a few seconds and we'll get right into the topic, okay? So, hi guys. The topic of today's reading is how would men, people, women, however, people in general, describe your Rizz, your charisma? How do you get people hook, line, and sinker? Okay. How do you Rizz people? We'll get some of that as well. And then we're also going to get into how do you enchant those around you, you know? So we did the whole how do you get your person under your spell. Now we're going to kind of do the how do you enchant people around you. What is your charisma, your Rizz kind of energy? How do you get them, like I said, interested in you and, you know, get them on your side, the winning team kind of vibe. What's your spiel? Okay? So we have three groups for you guys today. In front of you, we have three cards. I tried to pull from an index card deck that I made like a few years ago. But all the colors were the same, which is annoying because I have like three colors in here. And of course, all of them want to be the same. So there was no distinction there. So I said, hey, what can I do really quickly to kind of get a distinction in the three groups? And I use my pins that I have off my jackets right now because I'm washing them. So I haven't put them back on yet. So we have the pins for you guys. So for group one, which is the green index card, we're going to get into the quote that you guys get in your reading, okay? This is quotes from the Harry Potter movies, okay? Because I'm going to be using my Harry Potter deck today. Very excited, very excited. I almost forgot that I had it, which is crazy to me. But I have to use it for Halloween time. So for group one, we have Angel from Buffy. Okay. For group two, we have the green index card. And we have the Sun. Okay, we have the Sun. Don't mind my fingers, child. Like, I just feel like during the winter they be getting crazy and I don't have time to care about that right now. And for group three, we have the Slytherin pin for my fellow Slytherins. Okay, thank you. Here for Slytherins, put snakes in the comments if you're a Slytherin, whether you chose that pile or not, child. Okay. So you have your three groups. You're gonna choose the pin, the energy, the card, the number 1 through 3 that calls out to you the most, and then I will see you guys you're going to go to the description box. Let me be more elaborate. I feel the need to, so why not? You're going to go to the description box or the comments, because yesterday YouTube was giving me trouble doing the description box. So that's why I had a comment in that video for how do you put people under your spell or something like that. Your person, how did you get them under your spell? But yeah, so if you see me commenting, then that is where the timestamps will be. So it's the description box of the comments. So you're going to choose that, go to the description box, pick on the timestamp of the group that you chose. I'm over explaining, sorry. And I will see you guys at your reading. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Angel, you chose the Angel pin, then welcome. You are in the right place. Okay. Today we're going to be getting into how would men or women, people describe your Rizz game, okay, your charisma. How do you Rizz people / men? And how do you enchant people around you? So these are all the same things, just different ways to say it. I am sticking with the Halloween theme. So how do you enchant people? What's your powers? How do you get them under your spell? But people instead of your person. We did a reading about your person, which is the one I just did. How did you put them under your spell, which is a people, just one person, okay, oriented. This reading is going to be multiple people oriented, people in general, the collective. How do you enchant them? What's your Rizz, your charisma, your pickup lines, your pickup game? How do you get people to, you know, show interest in you or be interested, okay? Or fall under your spell, if you will, that as well. So you guys chose Angel. So already off the bat, you're giving Angel vibes from Buffy. For those of you who do not know Buffy and have never heard of Angel, don't know who this man is, I'm sorry, I don't know who that man is. He could be walking on the street, I wouldn't know a thing. He is from the Buffy series, the television show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he was her first love, okay? He's the vampire she fell in love with in the first like 2 or 3 seasons. So he usually was a bad guy, you know, for the past 200 and something years. He was a bad guy until a gypsy cursed him to regain his soul, because he's a vampire. So they say when you become a vampire, your soul is gone and a demon inhabits your soul or your body. That's the premise in that show. So the demon takes over, your soul is gone. So he was doing a lot of pillaging and plundering, a lot of murdering, okay? And murder. He was the nicest guy around. Child, that meme or whatever will always get me. Has me in the chokehold, guys. Send help. If you know what I'm talking about, we're here. But back to what I was saying, I'm so sorry. Yes, he was cursed by a gypsy to get his soul back, regain his soul, and then he spent the next, what, 50 something years crying and brooding, and just he was the original Edward from Twilight, okay? The nice guy, the nice vampire with a soul, and he doesn't like all the things that he does. He doesn't like being the bad guy. He doesn't like being evil, that kind of energy. But he's like he's now fighting the force of evil. Let me not even forget that he has his own show. So if you don't even care about Buffy, you just want to know about Angel, he has a whole show, mad seasons. Get into it, okay? Now, not me not giving him his respect, the respect he's due. Man got his own show. Okay. If you hear the fan in the background, I apologize because I am hearing it in my ear. I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but if you are, I'm sorry. If the radiator comes on, sorry. I'm done apologizing. You're gonna hear noise in the background. Maybe, maybe not. If you don't, good. If you do, sorry. Now, that's what I was saying. Put respect on his name. Angel has hits, okay? David Boreanaz has hits. So I think with the thing about Angel, they called him Angel because he had the face of an angel. So you guys can have the face of an angel, and that's why how you risk people with your face, your looks. I'm not really getting so much body, just face, okay? So people could call you Angel, say you have the face of an angel, say you just look really pretty, like you have very pristine, angelic features, okay? I'm hearing big glittering eyes, the puppy dog eyes, the Puss in Boots eyes. You have very, like, I'm hearing soft, almost like, not translucent, but like very soft, powdery skin naturally. You don't really have to do much to your skin. Your skin is just naturally nice. You have naturally full hair. Like, you're just giving the vibes. You're giving, okay? So your face card is your Rizz. That's how you Rizz people out here. Now, we're going to and then look how he's shaped in the heart. I also have a spike pin, but he came out. So we have Angel for you guys. Because I love me both of them. I have a favorite, but we're not going to get into that. Let me know your favorite for my group ones. If you watch Buffy, was your favorite Buffy Buffy? Or was it Angel or Spike? Who was your favorite in the series? Or anyone else, honestly. But anyway, I do want to wait to the end of the reading to get this card to see if what I picked up kind of resonates with what this will say. This is a quote that I wrote down a few years ago, I believe, or maybe like a year or two ago when I had my Harry Potter deck. My best friend got it to me for my birthday. And I'm like, okay, I don't have Oracle cards for Harry Potter Oracle cards, but I can make some. So I just made a whole bunch of quotes from Harry Potter and wrote them on a bunch of index cards. And one of these is going to be some quote from somebody in the series. And we're going to see, I guess this will also describe who you're most like and how you Rizz people, the energy of that character. So maybe I should read it now. No, let me get some cards first. Okay, so we're using the Harry Potter deck, or the one that I have anyway, because there's a bunch of them out there. Like, I went back to see if there was more of this deck because one of my friends wanted it and I couldn't find it. And of course the card falls. How annoying. Let me see if I can get it without too much trouble. Okay. We have the Page of Wands. And this is Narcissa Malfoy. So narcissist, which makes sense. So there could be something narcissistic about you. Like I said, your face. Her face card was giving. Look at her. She's gorgeous. The eyelashes, the lips. You could have naturally red or pink lips. Like, you don't have to use a stain or anything. Maybe you have naturally nice lips, plump lips, Full lips, I should say. Because just because they're full don't mean they're plump. There's a difference. So you can have plump lips or full lips. We have the Two of Wands. This is Harry and Ron in the car in the second movie. Y'all cards just flying out. We have Four of Wands. Okay, you see that? Stop it. Relax. Four of Wands. I'm going to put these back. So yeah, there's something here very even about your features. But what I'm seeing is the Ten of Cups. You won the gene lottery, guys. You won the gene lottery. Maybe some of you guys look like dogs, or people consider you a dog. That's your Rizz. Acting like a dog. Or taming dogs is what I'm hearing as well. But back to what I was saying about the Four of Wands. We have very even balanced features because the Four is stability, it's balance, it's finding someone who perfectly I wanted to say juxtaposes your personality kind of energy. So you get on really well with people kind of vibe. You could embody all the characteristics of the 4 houses. You could be Slytherin-esque, Gryffindor-esque. You could be Ravenclaw-esque and Hufflepuff-esque. You can embody all of those, you know. I do feel like I'm hearing it depends on who you're talking to. That's how you determine how you're going to Rizz that person. So maybe you try to get to know people first before you Rizz them. Or maybe you ask, what's their Harry Potter house? You know? That's my Rizz sometimes. Like, hey, what house you in? You know what I mean? It gets the ball rolling. If they know their house, you geek out over Harry Potter. If they don't know their house, you can geek out over Harry Potter and tell them about the houses and say, and you could guess their house and make it a game. Also, maybe you'd like to guess people's zodiac signs. I'm not trying to say how my Rizz, but that's what I tend to use. Like, what's your zodiac sign? I want to know. Like, it's not even about flirting. It's like, I need to know these things before I can get involved with you, because your chart tells a lot about you, okay? Whether people believe it or not. But you can ask their zodiac sign, or you can ask their Harry Potter house, that kind of energy, and that's your Rizz, what it consists of. But I do feel like it's a big face card-esque, you know, face card. You have the intense eyes. Look, here's the big bright eyes as well. Angel has a very brooding, intense, siren eyes, what they call them. So it's giving Doa and Siren. Like I said, you can embody a bunch of different energies. So, but I think it depends who you're talking to. Let me get the rest of the cards out before I go crazy on you guys and just keep talking about what I like. That could be a Rizz. You like to get people talking about what they like. Because you know, the one thing about people that they're talking about themselves. And look, I cut the deck and we have these big old owl eyes. So there is something here about your eyes. You could back your eyelashes or something like that. Flirty eyes, siren eyes. There's something. That's how they would describe your Rizz. Eye contact. Look, we have vampire, emotional intelligence, and I'm talking as you guys get freaking Angel. He's a vampire. There could be something about your voice as well, because I'm hearing that clock in the damn living room. I didn't close the door, so I'm hearing him. I'm hearing the Jesus clock that I have. Well, it's not mine, but my family has it in the living room, and he goes off every hour on the hour. So there's something here about your voice. His voice is very deep. It scares me sometimes. So you can have like a very scary, very deep voice. Mummy, change. How would people describe your Rizz? And he's still going, okay? He has a long spiel today. This is the Halloween Oracle for those who may be interested. And now I'm using the Horror Oracle, the classic horror. So we're going to see what horror movie character you get. I don't think I used these enough when I first got them. They're just so cute. I love them. They're very colorful too. We have neighbor. Yeah, see, look at that. There's something here about that. There's something how you're very friendly. You're very friendly. And I do think people could have Rizz and not be friendly. Your Rizz is being not overly friendly, maybe. Maybe you like touch people like, oh, and put your hand on someone's chest kind of energy. That could be your Rizz style as well. But here we have neighbors. So you're very neighborly, very friendly with people. You want to get to know them. Who they are as a person. That's how they fall under your spell. You enchant them. You want to be familiar with them. That's what I'm getting. Or you come off as girl next door. It's also what I'm hearing. We have nature. Yeah, you're natural with it. You're naturally flirtatious is what I'm getting as well. And then we have book. So you could be smart, book smart, or you talk about books. And that's how you Rizz people. You talk about the books you're reading. You ask the books they're reading. And I hope you can see the cards, because I was having a problem with that in the last reading. It was pissing me off that the cards were cut off. So just in case they are cut off and I can't see it, we have neighbors. I don't know what movie this is from, because I'm not a horror movie person. I know some of these, but I don't think I know any of these ones. We have nature, in case the card is not fully showing in the screen. And then we have book. Okay? And your candle, like the candle in the middle is glowing extra hard for you guys. But I do think, like I said, you get to know people so you can become what they want. You want to become their dream person. That's what I'm getting with the Ten of Cups energy here. You could also use fortune telling as well as a little Rizz factor. Like, I can tell your fortune. Or I feel so cringy saying that. Oh my gosh. I can tell your fortune. Like, you could maybe be a palm reader. Like, I can tell your fortune. Like, your fortune's like some cheesy thing. Like, oh, you're going to end up married to me or something. Funny. That's funny. You guys are funny. That could also be a Rizz factor, very funny, but I'm getting more so cheesy is what I'm getting. Because I'm also hearing that Angel's a stereotypical broody masculine guys that all the girls fawn over in every single show. The one who's quiet, mysterious, keeps to himself. Oh, woe is me, I'm too bad for you, my soul is damned kind of vibe. And it gets the girls going, it gets the guys going. The whole I want to save you kind of thing, and they save you sometimes and come to your rescue. Like the whole thing that intrigued Buffy about Angel's the fact that he would only show up, tell her a big bad is going on, and then leave. Okay? It's giving something and leave. This, I think, is that a song or something? Like a love them and leave them kind of thing. You come, you get people, oh no, like, you know, you get them hooked and then you leave, okay? I did also think this said hook when it first came out, but it said book, so there's that as well. Excuse me. Ooh. I do just think you're overly friendly. You act like yourself is the vibe that's coming through. Because the fact that we have, so let me tell you where I got my ideology. Because I just be saying things sometimes and you may not understand where they came from. So boom. I just expelled some air. You know, it wasn't a burp, like the expulsion of air. That's my natural stuff. I can't hold back what comes naturally to me. Like I said, natural flirt. So that's coming through again. Then I'm like, you're just yourself, because we have neighbors. So it's like, you know, this person, when you're friendly with someone, you know them, you don't hold back those things. You could, you know, poop in front of them, toot in front of them, burp in front of them, do like embarrassing things in front of them, because you're just so comfortable with them. And then I looked at this card here and saw Harry and Ron. And they're best friends. They didn't really hide much from each other. You know, they're very open, very boys. The boys, like, don't care about burping and farting and talking about nasty stuff. So that's the kind of vibe that that's coming through here. That's how I got to that conclusion. A few things. So you're not thinking I'm just pulling things out of a hat. Okay, even if I was, that's my intuition telling me, hey, there's something that makes people feel comfortable around you, or you feel comfortable around them to do things that maybe girls naturally wouldn't do or guys naturally wouldn't do. You're not ashamed of your bodily functions, you know? So how would people describe your Rizz? I don't know. You get them. There's something about you. It's all on the stare, because I love how these two are like a trine of intense stare, doe eyes, intense stare, and then I'm looking over here at the mummy, sad eyes. So some of you, there's something about eyes, no matter how you use them, that people describe your Rizz, they say it's all in the eyes, you know? A Two of Wands is someone who's very adventurous, and a Four of Wands is the same, very friendly, very open. You make people feel like they've known you for forever, is the vibe that's coming through for the Four of Wands. Because the Four of Wands is one of the soulmate cards in the tarot, so it's kind of like you met your perfect match, you know? So maybe it's the things that you guys are interested in. You find people who are interested in the same things as you, like I was saying with the whole, oh, astrology, and you get into that, and then you get into, oh, what's your favorite Harry Potter house? And if they're interested in it as well, you get into a whole discussion about your Harry Potter houses, you know? That's what's coming through as well. But you do have emotional intelligence. That, as well as 10 of Cups, like, go hand in hand. Because 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So you make people feel, like I said, comfortable and emotionally fulfilled. So you talk about things they want to talk about. You show your emotional intelligence when it comes to connections. And that's Four of Wands as well. I do want to read about these from the book. So let me get into them really quickly if I can find them. Okay, give me the name of them. Okay, so I gotta go looking. Okay, it goes in order. Thank you. I'm like, how am I supposed to find them? The Baraduke, directed by Jennifer Kent, is a 2014 movie. You'll see him if you look. Books are portals that can take us to other worlds and let us inhabit the consciousness of the characters found in their pages. But does the door open both ways? What or whom might we let in? Made manifest, a bad idea cannot be destroyed or denied. It will pop up again, but nothing can change until it's faced. Upright. What can you read between the lines? Reverse. Will will turn the page, open Pandora's box. Interesting. So something here about made manifest lets me know that this card is coming out to confirm. Wow. And I put them under. I've been putting cards places, and they always like have, like, it always does that. So book says made manifest. 10 of Cups is a wish come true kind of energy where you find yourself completely emotionally taken with someone. Like, you're charmed, you know? It's like charmed, I'm sure. And it's like, yeah, I am, you know? So you charm people with the fact that you make them feel fully emotionally comfortable. You know, even if you are a wolf in sheep's clothing, you know how to make people feel comfortable in your presence. And that's how you Rizz people, and men, women, however, whoever you be going for, okay? But yeah, you're the manifestation come to life kind of energy. I am hearing you guys are a little quirky. I don't want to go into how I got that, but something's telling me that you're quirky, okay? Something tells me that you're really quirky. I'm not going to sit here and explain how I come to my conclusions. I don't have to explain myself to you. Maybe that's something you do as well. You explain yourself, you over-explain things. That's really cute. Because that's emotional intelligence, and intelligence coming through, period. Because books are intelligent. When you read books, you're obviously, you're smart, you know? Whether, it doesn't matter what kind of books you read. For someone to sit down and read a book and get lost in a role, there has to be some kind of intelligence there, you know? So nature, there could be something here about you being very, like I said, naturally pretty, naturally athletic. You have a very natural physique that looks really good on you. You dress very, I don't want to say like breathtaking or just like, oh my gosh, but there's something about, maybe you wear, because we're getting a lot of dark colors. All black here. Angel's also wearing all black in this pin. She's also wearing all black in this picture. There could be something about really big necklaces, really, I'm hearing bulky necklaces, chunky necklaces, makeup, because the way her makeup looking is crazy here. There could be something about makeup, and I'm getting a full face here from Narcissa and from this vampire energy here. You always have a full face of makeup, child. Okay, let me keep going. What would be next? They're both N. That's nice for me. Okay. Nature. The Birds. Directed by Alfred Hitchcock from 1963. They're coming. They're coming. Problems of a feather may flock together, and while just one may seem manageable, if many descend upon us simultaneously, we can feel beset by an irresistible force of nature. Your force of nature. When complications peck and scratch at us from all sides, it can be hard to know where to turn or what to do. But take comfort that as suddenly and mysteriously as a flurry of problems can arise, their departure can be equally abrupt, okay? So maybe you're a fixer, because we have change coming through here, and it's like you could change moods is what I'm hearing as well. You could be like a mood ring where people come around you and their mood becomes more amicable, more sensible, more patient, more calm, more happy just by being around you. So you change the energy in a room with this change coming through. And now let me get to the last card, which is Neighbors, Rosemary's Baby. Interesting. Directed by Roman Polanski, 1968. This is really happening. How well do we really know our neighbors or flatmates or co-workers? And how much do they know about us? Is it possible that they see us playing a role in the design of their lives, of which we're unaware? Are their secret ambitions born of our deception or ignorance? Trust your senses. You can tell a lot about someone by looking into their eyes. That's what I was saying. There's something about your eyes. And look, it says, this is no dream. There really is a plot afoot. Dream, you're dreamy. Like I said, the girl is like, huh, they sigh over the dreamy guy, you know? You're very confident as well, is what I'm getting. I'm hearing steadfast as well. You could look really young or like you don't age, or how vampires are supposed to look like they are perfect specimens. You know, like I said, a really good physique, a really good body, a really good face, that kind of energy. Two of Wands is very imploring is what I'm hearing. You ask a lot of questions. That's how you flirt. That's your Rizz. You get people talking about themselves, and then they find out that they spent a whole hour talking about themselves, and then they want to ask more about you, and they ask about you as well. It's like a lot of good back and forth conversation, like I said, about books, what you're interested in. You guys, and you find that you have the same hobbies or things in common. You like the same books, kind of energy. It's like they're talking to a friend. That's how you get people under your spell, or you enchant them. It's like, oh, this person's approachable. They're nice. They're friendly. You know, we have things in common, kind of energy. There's no pressure. They're burping around me like a friend would, kind of energy. But you lull them into a false sense of safety and security before you jump in like a freaking wolf, is what I'm getting. So there could be something very, it's like change. Like you change from someone who's very nice, and then you turn into a wolf really quickly. Because I did mention wolf in sheep's clothing earlier. So it's like you go from someone who was really nice and easy to talk to, and then you quickly jump into energy of being like a wolf. Maybe there's something like forbidden, or I'm hearing sacrilege about you as well. Sacrilegious. Because I'm seeing this cross upside down. Vampires are also sacrilegious. So like maybe something occulty about you that people are like maybe a little scared of. That's what I was talking about. Like, you want me to read your fortune? Because this is the part in the movie where Professor Trelawney reads his fortune. She's like, the Grim. And he's like, what is the Grim? And it's like you're marked for death or something when you get the Grim. So something that like dark about you, mysterious, spooky. People think, oh my gosh, you don't age the next time they see you, or you always look put together, like I said, like a vampire. That's always flawless is something that's coming through. Like I said, your face is smooth, there's no blemishes, that kind of thing. There's something here. I keep looking back at this lady. There's just something about the lady, because the way she keeps fainting, like, huh, maybe what is it called, damsel in distressy. Something about you as well. They want to come and save you. Page of Wands is that energy. I keep forgetting to read the meaning of the cards. I just get so lost in the images on the cards when it comes to the Harry Potter deck. But the Page of Wands is someone who's very innocent, and someone who's like very excitable, someone who wants to do things and wants to know about people and ask all these questions, and they're spunky and they're, you know what I mean, fiery, that kind of energy. They're exciting to be around. Their energy is contagious, is what I'm getting. Their happiness is contagious, kind of vibe. And it's funny how we have a lot of wands for use, like fiery, very friendly, I said that already. What is it? Exciting. What is it, a better word? I'm trying to find a better word. Exciting, adventurous, stimulating, like I said, stimulating conversations. A lot of energy. All I can say, the word is not coming. Maybe the crazy things happen when they're around you. Because this is a crazy thing to happen. Like, he was just coming to save Harry, because he wasn't even trying to save Harry. They got trapped at the thing because Dobby wouldn't let them through the portal, and they had to come to the school in this car instead. So you're just doing regular things, and it turns into a whole, like, it turns into a whole spectacle, is what I'm hearing. And then I remember later on in the movie, Ron's mom sent a howler to the school to embarrass him. So maybe you could talk really loud. I think fire signs are that very much in your face, loud, abrupt kind of energy. But a Page of Wands is someone who's like looks really young. So you could look really young for your age. They almost feel like they're talking to an excited like child, essentially, with you guys. You could scream, you could faint, very, yeah, what do you call it? Not exaggerated, just very out there, very, what is the word? Extra, a little bit, you know? You could be a little extra, because she's fainting, she's wearing this very out there makeup, the very pigmented cheeks, and the very heavy eyeshadow, and the very red lip, which I was also getting here, and there's red lips here, you know? Maybe you put on a character. She's screaming here so loud. Yeah, there's something about that. Very lively, rambunctious is the perfect word. Rambunctious and adventurous. You know, you're giving me Sagittarius energy. Because they are very intelligent, because they're ruled by the 9th house, but they're also very rowdy as well. Rowdy is a good word as well. You're the party animal, always here, there, everywhere, talking to everyone, which is why you're giving friend vibes. Because people, you start talking to people, and they think, do you know me? Do I know you? Like, you get on good with people. That's your Rizz, yeah. Making people comfortable. Changing from intense and playful to very philosophical is also something that's coming through for you guys. And we have 2 full moons coming through in the card, so very full of emotion. You could be like a theater girl, you know. Why is the words not coming through? People don't know how to describe you, even though it's right there on the tip of their tongue. They keep like, I know you remind me of, you know, and they can't. A theater kid. What do we call theater kids? How annoying. You are a... Wow, it's pissing me off. You are a... It's not coming to me. You're a... And it's right there, too. That's crazy. You're not a theater kid. I mean, you are. You're a... Oh my gosh, it's pissing me off. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone. And I'm hearing what's her name say it from High School Musical. The theater teacher, like, I'm a... in her dramatic kind of way. You could remind them of that lady from Harry Potter, High School Musical. How she was very excitable, very dramatic kind of energy. That's what I was also thinking of, the word dramatic. She's like, I'm a... She's a what? This is annoying, but anyway, like I said, people think, you remind me of this, or you're this, but they can't seem to put you into words, you know? And I'm still hearing her say it, but it's not coming out, so I'm gonna leave it. Let's get into this card that you guys got. We have Albus Dumbledore. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Interesting. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, very profound, very philosophical, but it's like you change. Like it's giving me someone who like is on a high, like bouncing off the roofs, bouncing off the walls kind of energy, like very on. And then when they kind of like, it's like when you're on uppers, and then when you kind of get that fall, you're very like sad and philosophical and da-da-da-da. Like, I am so mad that I can't remember the word. And these are the times when I wish I wasn't using my phone to film, or record, so I can look it up on my phone, because it's gonna bother me. But anyway, you can get Albus Dumbledore when you're ready, because that is very 9th house, very spiritual journey, very philosophical, very smart, very intelligent, very profound energy of you. So it's like, you know, you're a service level kind of person, but there's depth there, which is that Page of Wands kind of energy. Nobody's thinking of the Page of Wands as someone who's philosophical. They're thinking of them as someone who's drinking and having fun and partying and dancing and crazy, bouncing off the walls. That's their childlike energy. But then there's also that 10 of Cups, very emotional, intelligent energy they also have as well, which is Albus Dumbledore, because he was very ruthless and very wild in his youth until he got older. So, you know, you're giving child, but also not, because you're not a child. Like I said, that innocent, very like youthful look, but then you're also very intelligent as well. This is just not right. This is really just not right. And it's right there. It's right there. Yeah. It's not an actor. It's not a theater kid. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone because it's not coming to me. Hopefully somebody in the comments gets it. But that's what's giving me. Your natural flirt, your natural energy. You make people feel very comfortable. You are very well read as well, very emotionally intelligent. Again, you're very changeable. You can go from one thing to the next, you know. Neighbors, you make people, like I said, you lure them into a false sense of security. Not saying that you're a predator, but you could come off that way, you know. But these vampires are predators, are they not? But you make people think, oh yeah, this is like a regular person, that you going for the kill kind of energy. You're very good conversationalist. You get people telling you things they didn't mean to tell you by just asking them about themselves, you know? Okay, guys, I looked up the word and it's a thespian. You're not an actor or a theater kid, you're a thespian. So you're someone who speaks with emphasis. You're someone who speaks with soul, with depth. You make people feel things when you speak, is the vibe that's coming through. Okay, so there we go. And like I said, you make people excitable because you get very excited about certain things, which is that kid-like energy that you guys have. Whew, it feels so nice. Like, it was right there, and the lady did say it in High School Musical. She's like, I'm a thespian, you know, kind of thing. So I was on the right track, but the word wasn't coming through. But yeah, I looked it up. It's thespian, and that's what's coming through. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, because I'm having a special right now on my channel, $55, 30 minutes, up to 2 questions in a format just like this with your own personal reading. If you're interested, you can email me at thepleiadianpriestess@gmail.com. If not, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people. The thespian in me is coming out. I'll see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the sun pin, let me get it right, then you are in the right place. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be getting into how would men / women or people in general describe your Rizz, okay? How would people describe how you enchant them, how you get them under your spell, essentially. So the last reading I did was more so person focused, relationship focused. Now this is just in general, how people say you Rizz people, you know? So let's get into it. Sorry, I just blanked out there. Maybe you blank out sometimes. You get lost, you zone out. You're in your own world, and that's how you Rizz people, because people want to know what you're thinking, kind of energy. But we have the sun, and sometimes you can get lost in the sun's energy because the sun is so vibrant. You feel lost sometimes. That could be what it is. You just take up so much space, so much energy, so much light, and it's a lot to be around you, because the sun, we love the sun. We need the sun. Vitamin D and everything keeps us healthy, yeah. But the sun also zaps you of your energy, because spending a day out in the sun, you're going home and knocking out. You're knocking out. It drains your energy. So there could be something here about that. That could just be a general message for someone. That you're just so bright to be around that people tend to think that you're like a force to be reckoned with. They get lost in you, lost in your sauce. That's your Rizz. People get lost in your brightness and your exuberance and your childlikeness kind of energy. And your light, lost in your light, essentially. So we have the sun for you, which makes sense for all of that. And then you're also very confident because we have solar plexus energy coming through here with the sun and the yellow energy, which is chakra solar plexus chakra. I did not just say chakra solar. I can't. You guys can be funny too. I don't know. You say things weird, or maybe you like jumble up your words and you get nervous. That could be your Rizz. Even though I just said you're confident as well, you could get nervous sometimes. And people know if you're confident in everything else, when you're nervous around that one person, you know that they like you. So it kind of endears them to you. That this person always comes off confident and you know, so sure of themselves, but when they're with me, they're nervous and shy, and that's how I know they like me, and that endears me to them. That's cute, you know? They already see you as a force to be reckoned with. Now they see you as someone shy. It makes you more personable, is what I'm getting. When we look at the sun, we think of something that can't be tamed. We think of something that's powerful, that's always going to be there, that's something that can't be broken or, you know, defeated, essentially. Because the sun is also like success and victory. So someone who wins every argument, someone who's smart, always the smartest person in the room, very maybe competitive and is always winning at something, and, you know, always like telling people off, or like maybe you have like anger issues, or you're just very, very like hot, you know, hot-headed a little bit. I don't know where I was going with this. Like I said, you make people lose their train of thought. But when you can see a side of someone that's like more soft, more down to earth, personable, then it definitely intrigues you. Like, oh, okay, there's more to you than I thought, you know? Interesting. People could just like stop and stare or think about you a lot. Because I don't know, I'm just sitting here like I've never, like, this is not something that I do normally, because when I'm in a reading, I'm like in a reading and I'm talking really fast and all this kind of stuff. But I'm just like, people just like to be around you. You have a nice energy, you know? You don't have to really say much. You don't really have to say much. People just sit there and like, I like being with my group pod too. I like being with group 2, you know? A dreamy sigh, staring off into space. Maybe they get quiet because they don't know what to say. They're intimidated by you. And that's your Rizz. Because the sun is very, like I said, overpowering when it's compared to the soft feminine energy of the moon. How the moon glows, she's soft, she doesn't burn. The sun burning people, the sun, you know, tans people, so you could tan people's hide. Maybe people think you're gonna beat them or something, or fight them, or punch them, or hit them, as the vibe is coming through. I don't know how that came from tanning their hide, but you know, tanning, and when you tan someone's hide, I'm gonna tan your hide. That's like you're gonna spank them or something. So people could think you have an energy like very masculine, very I'm gonna whoop you kind of energy if you talk to me in some kind of way. So when you show a softer side, it's like when we see guys like with dogs or babies or kids, we're just like, sigh, because they're usually like, oh, I'm man, you woman, like I can't be emotional, I can't be this, I have to beat you and be competitive and, you know, be forceful. So when people see you kind of in that soft energy, it's more endearing, it's nice, you know. But anyway, that's enough of that. We're going to keep this right there. We also have this little index card. I have initially wanted to use the index cards to help you guys choose your pod, because I have them. There's like at least three different colors in the deck. But of course, when I was shuffling for y'all groups, all green cards came out, which is rude in my opinion. But hey, you could be someone who's very outspoken, very honest. You tell people like it is. You don't really have a filter, which they love as well. That's very endearing as well. They never have to worry about you lying to them, because they know you're always going to tell the truth, unfiltered. But that's what I was saying. I wanted to, and you tell it like it is. So you can be like a little harsh in your words. You burn them with your words. But I keep getting off topic as well. So you could be someone who gets off topic, or you have like ADHD or something like that. Attention deficit disorder kind of thing. ADD, ADHD. But yeah. Because that's why I keep zoning out. I'm like, yeah, maybe people feel happy when you're giving them attention, because people don't hold your interest for long. Because you get distracted very easily. So when you are sitting down and talking to someone and your energy is fully on them, they're basking in that, because it doesn't happen often, you know? And I don't know how they know that, but they just do. They know that you don't give your energy to much people. So when you're giving your energy to someone, you could be someone who ignores people. You're sucking up all the energy in the room. People are gravitating towards you, like the planets gravitate around the sun, but you're not giving people your explicit energy. So when you do, it's kind of like, someone has blessed me, the sun is shining down on me. When people say that, it's like a good thing, you know? But this is a quote from Harry Potter series. It's one of the characters in the Harry Potter series. I wrote this down when I first got my Harry Potter decks. I wanted an oracle to go with it, but there was no Harry Potter oracle decks at the time. So I kind of wrote down whatever I wanted to write. And I'm like, what can I make that could go along with this deck? So I made quotes from the series. So that's what's on this card. Later on in the reading, or more towards the end, we're going to get into it and see if what comes through matches the character you get, or it'll also give more context to what people would say your Rizz is, okay? Maybe you get like a little tongue-tied as well, because I'm just like stumbling over my words as well. People get tongue-tied or stumble over their words, or you do. Take what resonates. So let's get into the tarot cards. We're going to get tarot and oracle and then get into the reading. Let's see what comes through for my group 2s. Group 2, please spare. What would people say their Rizz is? How do they Rizz the men in their life? How do they enchant those around them, please? Group 2. How do they enchant those around them, please, Spirit? I'm excited you guys get to see my Harry Potter deck. I almost forgot I had it, because it was locked away with all my other cards. And you know, when you don't see it, out of sight, out of mind, I forgot I had it. And so I'm like, wait, that's a Halloween-y themed deck. Get it out. So I'm excited now that I'm done opening all my new decks. I can finally get into the ones that I already had. Wow. And what the heck was I saying about Sun energy? That's Emperor. Okay, so let's get the cards that came out. We have Two of Wands. This came out in group 1, so some of you could feel called group 1. We have the Fool. But there's something here about you not being a fool, but being a fool. Like I said, you have fool tendencies, but I do think you keep that hidden only for the people who you know. So that lighthearted, funny side comes out. I did say you guys can be funny as well. That side only comes out when you are comfortable with someone or when your attention is on them. So only the people you like, essentially, whether it's friends, family, or a love interest, those are the only people who get to see your funny side. Otherwise, you're very intense to everybody else, you know? So you are funny. And then we have the Eight of Wands. You talk fast. And then we have Emperor. Wow. But like I was saying, yeah, I'm excited that I remember to use the deck. We have Page of Swords. Yes, very... Ooh, I mean, well, you have the Four of Wands too. Wow. These all came through in group 1. 2 of these. We have the Two of Wands came out in group 1 and the Four of Wands. Like I said, some of you could be called group 1. And it's like, yeah, go watch it. Why not? That could be a different part that someone else sees in your personality. So we have the Page of Wands and then we have the Four of Wands. That's about it. Okay. Get some cards here. You're very bubbly, because I'm seeing bubbles, and I said that before I realized those were bubbles. But you're like a shark as well. The shark and the Emperor coming out, like, is crazy. You're giving very masculine energy. Because when people call you a shark, it's like, it's not a good thing. Shark Tank is full of people who are ready to, you know, what is it called? Something blood. Show blood. Group 2s, please, Spirit. Group 2. How it would describe their Rizz. Genius. Love. Okay, I guess you guys are getting a lot of cards. So there could be a lot of people who think about your Rizz. And there could be a little bit of juxtaposition coming through here where it's like you are one thing and another thing as well. It just depends who you're talking to. Okay, hold on. Let's get this together. Much better. Hopefully that's straight for you guys. We have Children of the Night. Genius. Curse. Celebration. Wow, we have Celebration and we have the Four of Wands. So maybe I should put that over there. Genius and Love. We have the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's Monster. Because every time I think of Frankenstein, I'm like how people say Frankenstein wasn't even the name of the monster. It was Frankenstein's monster. So then why is she called the Bride of Frankenstein if his name is Frankenstein's monster? And Frankenstein was the person who made him, not the monster? Child, anyway, let me stop. You think about things so deeply, guys. Or that's just me coming through in this reading. Because I'm just like, why y'all be saying stuff like that? Like, y'all don't know what it's going to do to me. But it just makes me think too hard. I'm like, okay, if the monster isn't called Frankenstein, then what is the monster's name? Why are they calling him Frankenstein? Oh, they called it Frankenstein because it was the scientist, not the... Like, shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. That could be what people just want to tell you to shut up. Like, okay, we understand. You over-explain things. You're the know-it-all. You know things. Okay, heard you. You know what I mean? People just indulge you. Is what I'm getting when you, like, over-explain or go into, like, one of your little tangents. Okay, I'm not done. Let me get cards from this deck, and then we're going to get into it. I wish I knew what these movies were about, because it would be easier for me to, like, explain. Like, I over-explained Frankenstein's Monster. So maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't know what these movies are, because then I would be spending, like, an hour here explaining how you embody each of these movies' characters in this movie. My group 2s, please, Spirit. How would men or women say the veil? Wow. I hope it was your group where I was saying there's something hard to read about you. Or you, like, you don't see people. There could be people in your energy and you don't see them. Like, you talk to them, have a conversation with them, but you don't see them in that way is what I'm getting. And then we have graveyard. Unnecessary fear, y'all. Yo, I love when the cards be like putting up with my tomfoolery. And then we have death. The internal cycle begins here. So yeah, we have curse, we have death. I don't know. What y'all out here doing to these people? What y'all out here doing to people? Because not all these scary cards coming through. Okay, let's get into it. So, how would people describe your Rizz? Two of Wands, you are very exciting, okay? You're like a wild ride. People want to ride you because you are very hard to, like I said, pin down. You could be someone who's not a player, but they know that you don't be for everybody. So, or maybe their word goes around that, oh, this person's like very exciting, they're very nice. And people are like, what do you mean? I've never seen the side of them. And they want to see that side of you, you know? So, there's something about that. Very excitable. That came through group 1 as well, so if you felt called, like I said. But it's like a wild ride. They're a little scared, a little excited, because this scene in Harry Potter when Ron and Harry are forced to take the car to Hogwarts because Dobby locks them out from using the 9 3/4 gateway. They have to ride they have to take the car to school. And it's kind of like a wild ride. It becomes exciting, so they get closer to school, and then I forget what's chasing them. I don't know how they end up crashing the car. It's the Whomping Willow. It's the tree that knocks them down. So it's like you're riding a high. Like I said, you're flying high. I'm hearing birds flying high. You know how I feel. And I'm feeling good. Dun, dun, dun. That song is coming through, Feeling Good, I think is the name of the song. But yeah, they're flying high, feeling good until something comes and whacks them down, you know? So maybe you met people, like I said, they ride that high by being around you and your energy, but when things don't go right, you either burn them with your words, you tan their high by spanking them in a competition, and maybe if you're a female, you question their masculinity or make them feel less masculine than you, and that kind of like, you know, makes them retreat kind of energy. But this is supposed to be your Rizz, so you turn them off to turn them on. I don't know what that is. Like, you make them fly high. Like I said, they love the energy of being around you, okay? But then there's certain things you say that kind of knocks them down a peg, and it could make them want to work even harder for your love or for your affection or for your flirtation or, you know, So like I said in the beginning, your Rizz is tearing people down. Ignoring them, not seeing them where they see you, and they just want to be around you. They don't really care. They're just like, I just love your energy, whether you're cussing me out or not. I'm here for the ride, child. Whether it's up, down, I'm being swatted down by a tree, the energy that's coming through, you know. Two of Wands, like very much you're exploring something. You're making plans. So maybe you're a bit of a planner. You always make plans to do something with someone, you know. You like to make plans with your friends or with your dates or something, and that's the Rizz. That's how you Rizz people. Like, oh, we should totally do that together, you know? Like, you're talking about, I love, like, skiing, and I've always wanted to go. Like, you know, I've always wanted to go, too. Maybe we should go together. You're saying it in, like, a very casual way, but they're taking it as, oh, so you want to go on a date skiing, right? And you're like, I just said we should go skiing, but you don't know they're interested, but you're just saying casual things, and they're thinking you're flirting, but you're really not. It's the vibe that's coming through. Yes, you just be talking to people and they're just like, huh, and they're like flirting and they think you're flirting back, but you're sometimes not and sometimes you are, and it's hard to read you, which is why we have this future, the veil. Okay, so the Fool card here is giving me, you have like a very carefree, innocent side to you, where it's like very adventurous. I do what I want. I like to explore the exciting parts of life energy to you, but you don't show it to everyone, because the Fool coming out at all means the energy is on the board of going out and trying something new, not knowing what's going to happen. So spontaneous, you know, maybe adrenaline junkie a little bit. You know, you do things that you know aren't the best for you, or you make people want to do things they know aren't the best for them. You know, like a bad influence kind of energy where they're just following you because you're the leader. You have the Emperor coming out like, I'm going to follow them to the pits of hell, you know? It's kind of like the parents saying, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off with them? Being around you, you're that energy you give, you have them drunk on love or power or whatever pheromones or testosterones you give off. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to jump off the bridge behind them. What do you mean? You know? But the Fool's like a very easygoing energy, you know? I'm going to do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it. Yeah, you get me, got me, that kind of energy. The Eight of Wands is very fast. And like I said, we have the shark coming through here. This is Cedric Diggory and Goblet of Fire turning, I'm hearing resourceful, turning into the shark in order to go down to the deeps and the depths to save. Who do they have him saving? I think it was Cho. They have him saving Cho. He was a Hufflepuff, very, you know, nice, but also had that intense energy to him, even though he was in Hufflepuff, and Hufflepuff are seen as like the pushovers, but he wasn't a pushover. He was just a nice guy, but don't mess with him, because he was also very powerful, you know, because he made it very far in the Triwizard Championship, or no, Triwizard Tournament. He made it very far. It's just that if Harry wasn't in the tournament, he probably would have won it. Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest, but it was a setup from jump, so he ended up being a pawn, you know. But yeah, rest in peace, Cedric. But he was also very popular, so your energy is very popular. You yourself are very popular, and that's your Rizz. People always want to be around you, and that's just whether you are consider yourself popular or not. People get caught up in your energy, get caught up in what you're saying, get caught up in your passion and your fire and lust for life. And they're like, yeah, I'll do whatever you say. I'll go skiing with you, even though they've never wanted to go skiing in their life. Just because you proposed it and brought it up, they're going to go with it. But yeah, predatory vibes with the shark here. Ripping them to bits. That's your Rizz. This... I'm like, this ain't Rizz to me, but I can kind of see it. I can see it. You know, let me cook. I'll let y'all cook. We'll see what comes through. You have the Emperor. So yes, very stag, very, and it says until the very end. So your ride or die energy, your loyalty is also something that comes through. People who know you very well think your loyalty is probably one of your prominent attractive features. You know, also your leadership capabilities. You make people feel comfortable enough to follow behind you. It takes some, like, it's not someone who is very overbearing that makes a leader. It's someone who makes people want to follow them to the ends of the earth. Loyalty. So you inspire loyalty the same way you're very loyal to other people. Okay, that's something that's very charismatic about you. That's your Rizz. You get people like maybe falling in love with you as your friend. So you're their friend, but they're falling for you as a person as well. And it's like, it's complicated feelings is what I'm getting here. But the Emperor is definitely Aries energy, so very, very competitive. And it's funny how I said you're competitive just from the sun, and then it came out in the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who takes care of everyone. He's very responsible, okay? Someone who was born to lead, because the Emperor is born into the family of royalty, so you give off royal vibes, royalty, knowing that he's gonna grow up to be the Emperor, essentially, you know. Now you have Page of Swords. Yes, very sharp with your words. Like I said, you could be, like I said, ADHD, where you lose interest really fast. You get the ick really quickly, but I'm also getting maybe neurodivergent as well. You could be autistic on the spectrum, whatever. But there's something here, like I said, your cold, cutting, sharp words that you don't, it's not that you don't care that it's going to hurt people. It's just, no. It's not that you want to hurt people. It's just that you don't care. Like, there's nothing in you saying, maybe you should be nice and tell them what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear. So you're cussing people out. Which is something I can very well relate to. Okay? You're definitely cussing people out. Like, you don't care to hurt their feelings. You just say whatever you want to say. You are who you are, you know? We are who we are. We're dancing like we're dumb, 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 dumb. Our body's going numb, you know? We'll be forever young. We are who we are. So you're just someone's out there living your life, having fun, making friends, taking names, kicking at, like, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. And you're living your best life and on top of the world, and everybody wants to be in that energy of the person who is at their best, you know? And I'm hearing, at your best, you are loved. So people who stick around and know who you are as a person, despite all this very intense, mean, overbearing, kind of competitive energy, intimidating as well, they know under that is a heart of gold, which is why your friends stay. People may wonder, why do you have friends? Like, how do you even have friends? Why are people able to deal with you? And it's like, they only get your harsh side. Your friends get your softer side. And the people, like I said, that's why this is giving friends falling in love with you, because your friends are the only people who get to see that soft side to you, you know? Or people who make you nervous as well. because they may have seen you from across the room or whatever, and they said, oh, don't even try it, don't even think about it, this person doesn't like you, she's gonna cuss you out. And they come and talk to this person who you have rizzed up or the people you have rizzed up, and when you like them, you're very charming, you turn it on, it's like you're the sun, like they feel like they're basking in that energy, they're the center of your universe, like, oh wow, this is nice, you know. But yeah, very witty, very funny, very smart as well, very intelligent. I do think you're giving know-it-all. You're giving know-it-all. I don't know. You're giving that with Page of Swords. Because I don't know why they have this scene here for Page of Swords, but this is the scene in the movie where they come back to the, whatever this lady was, and they find the claw marks. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's Sirius. Sirius is in the castle. So it's from the Prisoner of Azkaban, you know? Maybe you, like, have an iron fist, you know, like you rule with an iron fist, which makes sense. We have the Emperor, then the Page of Swords coming out. So it's like you have like an innocence and a softness to you, but it doesn't come out easily. Like you have to get past the veneer of the Emperor and the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So once people can stay after finding out you have ADHD, you're a little overbearing, you're very bossy, then they kind of see the more childlike, innocent side where you're very inquisitive, you ask a lot of questions, you want to know people, you want to know who people are, you want to read them and get deep, is also something that's coming through. So that's what is also very Rizzy about you. You raise people up with wanting to get to know them, ask them all the questions, making them feel like the center of the universe, like you're the sun shining down on them. I'm like, oh, I can get used to this, you know? Then we have Four of Wands. After we go through all of this very, not chaotic, but getting to know you phase, we get to the Four of Wands where now you're someone who is also stable. You're also someone who's a partner who is very, not partner oriented, but you care about the well-being of other people. And that doesn't come through until they get past all these defenses, you know? So once this person can get past all of these things, they see the potential for you being very multifaceted and like just this force to be reckoned with. I think I said it already, but it's coming through again. We have this mess hall, we have all these people there, you know what I mean? And like in a room full of people, they're only seeing you. You're the person that's standing out. Even though he's not here, I'm seeing Dumbledore and he's always standing up at the top of the podium and speaking. So you give headmaster, headmistress kind of vibes where if there's a problem, they come to you. Albus Dumbledore in this series was literally with this energy here. He was very playful when he was ready with the Page of Swords. He was also the leader. He was also the one behind the scenes pulling all the strings, which is what we find out more so in the movies. The later we get into the movies, we find out that he knew all these things. He had suspicions. So he knew, you know things. You're a very all-knowing individual as well. But he knew a lot of things, and he was just like, how can I say it? He was trying to figure it out, but he had his suspicions about the connection between Harry and Voldemort and all that kind of stuff, and he just didn't want to say anything until the end. And it's just like, you keep a lot to yourself, which is why we have the veil here, the future. You could also be someone who sees the future. You read people really well. You see through people, and they feel, like I said, seen, lost in the light of you, when they're around you. Then we also have the graveyard. So people are scared of you. Just putting that out there. But like it says, unnecessary fear. It's not something you shouldn't be someone who's feared. Because at the end of the day, you are very much a person who cares about the well-being of everyone. You're very, how can I say? It's giving Aquarius energy, if I'm being honest. How the Aquarius cares about the well-being of everyone. And they're not really too big on like interpersonal connections. They're very much big on people as a whole. Very social, very nice, but when it comes to emotions, there's something cold about them. There's something very cold about you. So people may want to conquer you or win you over, and that's your Rizz. You give off unattainable and people want to attain you, okay? Here we have Children of the Night. I'm not really sure about this card. I don't know. Children of the Night is giving scary. Like I said, there could be something a little childlike about you because the sun is the depiction in the tarot of a child riding a horse, living life wild and free. And Children of the Night is like something that you don't really see. Children aren't supposed to be out at night. They're supposed to be at home in their bed. So the fact that people see you out at night is like, are you not a child? What are you doing out? Like, that kind of thing. So you could look really young, really small, really little. I don't know why I'm hearing, do you or do you not feel bonita? So that could be something about you. You're very pretty as well, bonita. We have cursed. I'm hearing you're cursed with beauty, cursed with brilliance, cursed with people skills, cursed with leadership capabilities, you know, cursed with caring about everyone and not being able to have those connections you may want, you know? And I don't know what movie this is from. Is this The Grunge or something? Like I said, I'm not good with these scary movies. I don't watch scary movies. I'm not a scary movie person at all. We have genius. So yeah, you're very smart, intelligent, genius level. And I'm getting the image of Sean Murphy from The Good Doctor again, where he's autistic and he's brilliant, but like I said, or like I said in a previous reading, they were scared to hire him because they didn't think he had people skills. Like, what is he gonna do when a patient passes away and you have to kind of be that sympathetic or empathetic person in that moment? And it's just like, sometimes they say, you know what pisses me off? Now I'm going on a tangent. How people say doctors are supposed to be, you know, impartial and they're not supposed to get connected to their patients. That's what Sean was. So you don't want to hire him because he doesn't have an emotional skin in the game. That's what you want from a doctor. Someone who's clinical, who doesn't get their emotions tied up, who's very clear-headed in the surgery room. They get things done and move on about their day. Y'all didn't want to hire him because you were scared he was going to be able to relate to the patients. That's not what a doctor's there for. You know, a bedside manner is important, yes. But I feel like Sean had enough empathy to be, like, you know, very straightforward to the point, but not, like, overly involved in the cases, which is what they say they want doctors to be. But they didn't want to hire him. They just be, like I said, you be thinking too much and be trying to explain or over simplify or overthink too many things in your life. So I just did that with Frankenstein's monster. I'm like, why is it that, you know, very thoughtful person in the way where you're thoughtful for people, when it comes to people, I mean, and also thoughtful when you just have too many thoughts. I'm hearing I have way too many feelings, things I should have kept, and wish I could have something to myself. I think it's Too Many Feelings by Rule. But genius, yeah, genius is giving, like I said, genius, people who are seen as overly smart have a hard time connecting emotionally. So that as well. Okay, now we have love. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B. So you inspire love and loyalty in people, and that's your Rizz. Maybe just the way you spread love, you know? Now I'm hearing that song, You're Still the One, from Shania Twain. It's like, when I first saw you, I saw love. And when I'm with you, I feel love. So you make people feel loved, warm, happy, safe, secure, like a child, which is what is coming through with Children of the Night. You make them feel like they're like a child again, you know? Aw, that's so nice. You make them feel giddy and like, oh, I have someone to take care of me again. That's what you inspire in people. Oh, how cute. Love was made for you and me. So you're just someone who embodies love. Then we have celebration, which I said I loved as well. Coming out under the Four of Wands, which is a Four of Wands celebration as well. So people do feel pretty hype. And now it makes sense why they have this whole mess hall room as a Four of Wands. All of the houses are coming together under one roof to just eat and celebrate and have a good time. Anytime there was an important announcement that happened, it happened in the mess hall, you know? And I'm being called to how the tables would just kind of make food. You always know what someone needs, you know? So you can have like a very nurturing, mothery vibe to you as well, which is like, you have a lot, like I said, you guys have got a lot of cards because there's a lot of different facets to you. There's the mother, there's the father, there's the leader, you know what I mean? There's a loyal, loving friend. There's a lot to get to know about you. I'm getting a vibe of people think you're too good to be true, which is why we have an unnecessary fear. They're scared to fully let themselves go. because you don't really fully let yourself go. So you have like a little bit of like you hold back, you know? With celebration, people just have a good time around you. Like I said, the sun is out, you know, sun's out, buns out. If whether you're on the beach or in the bar or whatever, you're having people laughing and having a good time. People feel safe, secure, that they're a child again. They don't have any worries in the world. That's the vibe that I'm getting from the celebration card. And we have this electricity here. How they needed electricity to bring the body back to life. He's alive! So they feel alive around you. That's also how you raise people up. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not saying you're cold and emotionless and that kind of thing, but you keep a certain detachment from people, no matter how fun and life of the party you are, no matter how spontaneous you are, no matter how crazy you are and how many things happen, the things you do, there's a energy of you always holding back that people feel. And they don't want you to hold back with them. They want every part of you. And it's like, well, you can't have every part of me. And like, you want to bet, what do I got to do to get every part of you? And they just stick around. They want to, you know, wear you down a little bit, you know? There could be something about your hair as well coming through. You could have really nice hair. Who doesn't like a good head of hair on someone to rizz them up, you know? Have a nice, full, luscious body of hair. And people are like, oh, yeah, I like your hair, you know? Okay, so we have death. I don't know why I keep hearing this movie. I've never seen it. Death Becomes Her. Maybe some of you are Virgos, because that came through in a Pulp Girls, what Pulp Fiction, movie would you get if you were a movie? And Virgo was Death Becomes Her. So like, you're still very demure, very mindful. Virgos are service oriented. They take care of people. They also have the tendency to be like a leader energy kind of vibe as well. But Death Becomes Her keeps coming through. But we have death. The eternal cycle begins here. So there is something very scary about you, like I said. Maybe you curse a lot. That just came through as well. Maybe you curse a lot. Or people think that they're cursed because they never get past your exterior. They think you're flirting with them, but you're really not. You're just being friendly. You're being an open person, which you're, like I said, Aquarius energy. But now you're trying to make it lovey-dovey, and it's like, I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? I don't like you like that. But the people you do like that, you will open up and you will be shy with, and that's also coming through as well. You have a childlikeness to you, a childlike innocence. Okay, so what I want you to do is read the book for some of these and see what comes through for you guys. So just so you can know the films as well. Celebration, we have Carrie. That's what it is. Okay, they're just trying to trick me again. I know. So people could think you want to trick them, like you're being friendly with them and happy and flirty, but you're not being flirty. You're just being friendly. So some of you could have Libra placements here, because Libras are known to be the natural flirts of the zodiac. They just flirt and don't know they're doing it, and they're just like, I'm not flirting with you. I'm just having a conversation. They're like, no, you're flirting with me. No, I'm not. You know. You're just endearing. You endear people in that kind of way. And I'm just like, I'm just having a conversation with you. I can't ask about your hopes and dreams without you thinking I'm flirting. And they're like, no, you can't. Because nobody else asked me that unless they want to get to know me more. In the biblical sense of the word, you know? In the biblical way. And you're just like, sir, woman, person, leave me alone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it can be easy to find ourselves pushed beyond our personal limits. You push people beyond their personal limits as well. You ask very intrusive questions, which is why, like, oh, you're flirting with me, huh? You want to get to know me? You know what I mean? I'm hearing this, the carpet match the drapes. So you could ask very, like, intrusive questions like that, and people are like, what the heck? Do you want to find out? And you're like, excuse me, sir? Don't scandalize me. And like, who asked that question? What they want to know, you know? But I'm done, okay. Especially when drenched in a bucket full of others' cruelty and ignorant misjudgment. So people could misjudge you a lot. We have venturing out with a sense of optimism, which is what was coming through for you, comes with the risk of bitter disillusionment. And we may find ourselves lashing out even at those who tried to help us all along. A celebration can turn into a nightmare. Yeah. I feel like I said something of that sort or nature in this reading. Lashing out, saying things that hurt people. Next. Oh, this is Dracula. Okay. Makes sense. I had no idea, y'all. I really didn't. Okay, directed by Todd Browning and Carol Freund, 1931. What music they make. Listen to them, your kindred spirits, those of similar habits and haunts who share your taste and enthusiasm. Now, this is giving me the pile where you attract other people like yourself. Maybe commitment phobes, maybe narcissists, something like that is coming through. You attract those kinds of people because they think that you're like them, but you're not. You could exhibit those tendencies, you know, but I do feel like you're not. But if you are, then you are. But if you're not, then you're not, you know? And you attract those people who want to have everything about them, make everything about them. And when you kind of ask them questions, because you're just a naturally curious person with the Page of Swords coming through here, they're like, oh, you must love me. She wants me. Why am I getting that scene from the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, where Zack is like pushing up on that French girl that comes, and she's like, I don't want you. And she's like, she runs away scared, and Zack is like, she wants me. And Mr. Mosby is like, yeah, in jail. Just delusional. Zack was very much the first narcissistic character that we met in like Disney Channel that I remember. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's more. But he was just like so sure of himself, and she did not want him. She wanted Cody. She wanted Cody, the sweet, sensitive soul. The smart, sensitive soul, which is you. And you get stuck with the Zacks. The way Cody got stuck with Zack in the womb and in life. So you're very much a Cody, where he had a problem being, you know, he had a problem with the girls in relationships with women and with men or whatever, but he was also very smart and sensitive, you know? Because what is it called? What is that other episode where Mr. Mosby's like, how do you lose a woman? And he's like, you forget to cherish her, Cody. And then the most like, that's my little man. So that kind of energy. Yeah, I don't know. Those are coming through. So maybe someone likes the show here. But yeah, many creatures, humans, bats, wolves, have evolved as social animals who benefit from close bonds that go beyond even the blood ties of immediate relatives. Roam with your pack is good for the soul. And what was I saying about you're a good friend and your friends love your company? And your friends could have like a little crushes on you as well. That's how people in general describe your Rizz. But people who are your friends and know more about you than the people who only have like brief encounters with you, you know? And make it a night to remember your Rizz. You make people remember you. That could be a thing as well. You have a lot of people who have like little crushes on you. Okay. But yeah, you meet people and they all feel like they're part of your soul family because you just, you know, get on with them really well. Now we have curse, Ringu. Interesting. Everyone's fear just takes on a life of its own. So yeah, you scare people, for real, yeah. We have how does a curse begin and how does it spread? The deeper and darker the well of emotions from which it springs, the more powerfully transmissible it can become. Why not pop in the tape and press play? Sometimes we secretly welcome the worst, but are we ready to do what we must before it comes crawling for us? Wow, okay, sure. They think that yeah, like I said before, people think they're cursed. You curse them because they want you, but they can't have you. For some of you coming through, okay. Now let's go to Genius. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So F, G. We have the Reanimator. Ew, we have 2 movies coming through where they bring people back to life that were dead. How rude. See, that keeps coming through. The sun brings life, as a giver of life, okay? It gives life. We would not be able to live here on earth if we didn't have the sun. So you give people that life just to take it away. And when you take it away, they feel like they've been cursed. People, that's your Rizz. Okay, now, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Intelligence comes in many forms. You can be brilliant in some ways and less so in others. Oh, okay. Forging ahead without considering potential outcomes can create a situation where things go to pieces, possibly with horrifying results. Okay. Too smart for your own good. I did say no though, did I not? Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Maybe sometimes you do things and say things you shouldn't do. Maybe that's what's trying to come through as well. I'm hearing intrusive thoughts. Sometimes you may let those win. You may let those win. Where's L? So we can get into this love and I can leave you guys. The Bride of Frankenstein. Friend? What does it mean to be made for each other? And I keep bringing up friends and friends keep coming through. So yeah, confirmation. The impulse to connect with others, strangers, villagers, or special someone is in its purest form. The virtuous someone is in its purest form the virtuous ethical basis for participation in human society. That this hopeful impulse may not be reciprocated, may even be rejected, can be a source of great pain. What was I saying? Yeah, you reject people, they fall in love with you for the night. I'm hearing, let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. Let's Fall in Love for the Night by Phineas. What's her name's brother? Billie Eilish. Sing me a song that you like. You can bet I know every line. 'Cause I'm the boy that your boy told me you should avoid. Don't waste your eyes on jealous guys. F that noise. I know better than to call you mine. You need to pick me up. Ooh, what? I'll be there in 30, 25. You wanna push my luck? Just come with me, let's take a drive. I've been living in the future, hoping I might see you sooner. I know you, I want you riding shotgun. I knew when I got one right. Yeah, let's fall in love for the night and forget in the morning. That's you. And it's funny how I brought up those things that are coming through. So this is my confirmation. Celebration, we for that already, but people feel like happy to be around you. Just they want to be around you. They fall in love with you very easily, but then it's like you don't reciprocate those feelings. So it's like you hurt them and they're cursed. And I think I said that already. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but that's what I have for you guys. Like I said with this veil, you seem blind to the way people feel about you. Wait, I forgot your quote. How rude. Let's see who you got. We have Luna Lovegood. Love coming through again. What is the odds? Okay. We have things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end. If not always in the way we expect. Interesting. Luna Lovegood. And she was a Ravenclaw. So some of you could be Ravenclaws. And yeah, very intelligent, like I was saying. You know, very smart. We have Genius, Page of Swords, and then we have Luna Lovegood, and she was a Ravenclaw. And I feel like Harry wouldn't have been able to do half the stuff he did without her by his side, you know? So the unconventional friend. And I do think she was a little spacey. She spaced out a lot, which is what I was doing a lot in the beginning of the reading. So this is like all, like tying off the reading with a nice bow. But people think they lose you and they're going to get you back. Maybe there's someone specific in your life that think that they lost you and they're like, you know, things we love or lose have a way of coming back to us in the end. Things we love have a way of coming back to us in the end. So they think if they hope against all hope that you'll come back to them. So there's a specific person, there are a few people in your life that are just like, come back, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong and I just can't live without you. There was something in everything about you. Wow. These songs are just like, wow. They just come through and they're just like on point. Yeah, I love it. After the people always telling me to stop singing, no, because that gives you more messages. Okay? Like, I'm sick of the comments. Like, can you stop singing? No. That's what I'll be doing on this channel. If you don't like it, leave, please. I'm sick of the comment. Like, don't ask me to not be who I am. Music is a huge part of my life, which is like I always say, why music is in the intro. Because there's going to be singing. There's going to be songs coming through. That's a big part of how I channel and a big part of my life. If it wasn't clear by now. No, I'm not going to stop singing because that's how I receive messages. Anyway, I'm done. Like I said, you're very honest, blunt, to the point. You don't hold anything back. And it's like, stop telling people to stop being who they are, especially on their channel. Like, the heck? Anyway, I'm done. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. I'd love to have you. I'm having a $55 special on my channel right now. 30 minutes, up to 2 questions in a format just like this. Just a personal reading for you. Email me for more information at ThePleiadianPriestess@gmail.com. Okay? I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Never watch this reading. Like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. I'd love to have you. And I will see you guys as always in the next reading. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. reading. If you chose the Slytherin pin, then you are indeed in the right place. I hope you're seeing it properly. Welcome to your reading, okay? Today we're going to be getting into how would men / people describe your Rizz, okay? How do you Rizz people up? How do you get them, you know, hooked, lined, and sinkered, okay? How do you enchant those around you? That's what's coming through, or what we're going to be getting into in today's reading, okay? So, yeah, I feel like I did this kind of reading, but with the how do you get this person under your spell? And I think that's more like romantic based, and that's more like person based, love interest based. This is more like everyone based, collective based. How do you enchant people around you? What people say your Rizz is, okay? So I'm excited to get into it. I don't know, this just idea just came out of nowhere and I'm excited, okay? So this is a quote from, I originally wanted to use these cards to help you guys choose your readings because there's about like 3 colors in the deck, but they all came out green, so how unhelpful. So I used the pins to distinguish, but one thing I'm noticing right now about yours is they're both green, okay? So there's heart chakra energy here as well, but also not, because I'm going to get into it in a second. But this is a quote from a Harry Potter little mini deck that I made a few years ago with quotes from the movies, okay? Because I got a Harry Potter deck from my friend for my birthday, and I'm like, I don't have a Harry Potter oracle deck, so I wanted to make one. So I made one of quotes from the series, you know, all the movies, the books, whatever. And that's what this is going to be. So we're going to get a quote from your character and see what character you get first of all, and then what quote you get, and see if it kind of lines up with what we got in the reading, okay? So stick around for that if you're interested, if you're a Harry Potter or a Potterhead like me, okay? So, and it's funny how you're the only group that got an actual Harry Potter pin. I have a lot of them. I took these off my jacket because they're getting washed right now, so I can't wash the pins with them, you know? So I take them off, put them in a bag, I blindly pulled from the bag, and I love that Slytherin came out. So one thing about Slytherin is you're intense. You could be a little, people are not sure if you're good or bad, so a little evil villainy vibe, you know. You could be mean, very intimidating, very, I'm hearing uppity, maybe holier than thou a little bit, like I'm better than you, don't talk to me, or come correct if you're going to talk to me. I don't talk to this kind of person. I have standards, that kind of energy, high maintenance, maybe a little bit. That's something that's coming through for you guys. Your Rizz, it's very much be mean to the guy and they're going to like you, be mean to the girl or ignore them, act like they're insignificant. They're a little bug on your, at the bottom of your shoe, essentially. And that will be what people would say your Rizz is. Now, if you don't resonate with that, that doesn't matter, because this is how people say you Rizz them up. That's what they like. You know, it may not be how you feel, but that's what they like. So that's how you Rizz men, women, whatever, up people. And yeah, there's something here about you being mean. Insulting them, teasing them, you know, ribbing with them, fighting back and forth. That kind of energy is giving like very tension-y. So there's always tension when they're around you. I don't know what it is about you that gives this vibe, but it's very tension-filled. Now, there's something very, it's not holier than thou. There's something very, I'm going places. I have my head on right. I was well bred from a nice home about you. Okay? Like, ambitious, because that's the 3 characteristics for Slytherin: ambition, cunning, and pride. So you have a cunning about you that draws people in, that makes them, you know how to get what you want, is the vibe that's coming through. And I'm hearing by any means necessary, okay? So like I said, you give a little bit evil villainy. You're willing to get the guy, get the girl, flirt, and do whatever you have to do to get the person to like you. But I do feel like you do it in a way where you don't come off as desperate or needy or clingy. You do it in a way where you make them feel like they need you, you know? Which is also kind of evil villainy in its own right, because you're making them feel like you don't want them, but they should want you. You know, like, it's like, want me more than you, I want you. You know, a little power imbalance is what I'm getting as well. Like, you use your power for naughty, 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 naughty guys. Yeah, that's what's coming through heavily. And of course, the main Ravenclaw, not the Ravenclaw, we can have some Ravenclaws here. Please don't try to infiltrate Slytherin's reading. Let me stop. The main Slytherin, maybe you probably call it a group too, because they kind of came through a little bit. Child, I can't talk. I'm not getting my words out. I keep getting distracted. Maybe you're very distracting. Your beauty is distracting. That's how you distract people That's how you raise people up. You distract them from maybe their worldly desires, their worldly problems, you know. You're a little like a reprieve, essentially. But like I was saying, the main Slytherin that we all know and love is Draco Malfoy, okay? And he was very much anti-hero, gray, and the gray was a bad person because he grew up in like a very bad household. Okay, the people around him weren't the best influence on him, so we can't really blame him for that. But when it came down to it at the end of the movie, he chose, I think his family went off and walked away. He chose his family, but he also didn't want to do any harm. Because there was one movie, and I think it was The Half-Blood Prince, or yeah, I think it was The Half-Blood Prince. That's when Dumbledore kind of, you know, yeah, where Voldemort wants Draco to be the one to unalive Dumbledore. And Draco was like, yeah, I'm so big and I'm so bad, but when it comes down to it, he can't do it because it's Snape that does it for him. So it's like you come off as this big and bad person, but underneath it, you're like a softie, essentially. Don't get me wrong, you are still big and bad, but you're not bad to the bone the way you want people to think you are. There's some gushy-mushy softness underneath that hard exterior that you give off, and that's what people are kind of like draws them in maybe a little bit. So yeah, you're very ruthless, ambitious, you're very cunning, you know how to get what you want, you know what I mean? Very charismatic in your own way, because everybody in this reading is charismatic in their own way, and I'm trying to figure out which way it is. So yeah, in a I don't care, evil villainy, I'll rip your head off, don't talk to me, I'm better than you, who do you think you are kind of energy, okay? And since we have green coming through twice, like I said, heart chakra energy, there is a ooey gooey center to you, and the people who have the ooey gooey center are usually the ones who have the hardest shells to, you know, penetrate, because the crabs of it all, the crabs have hard shells to penetrate. Turtles, all the hard outsides are covering up a soft gooey inside. Now, there was something I was going to say as well. Green. Buttercup energy coming through. Because Buttercup is green. And black. And so is Slytherin in a kind of way. Yeah, there's something dank and deep and dark about your Rizz. Maybe dark humor, but I'm seeing the Slytherin common room in my mind and how it's under the water and all you see is dark lake outside. So murky, hard to see, hard to wade through, don't know what's actually there. You're scared, a little scared, but a little excited to figure out the person. You know what I mean? Not y'all here scaring people, child. Stop it. Relax. Be nice, guys. Or not. Let me stop, because I don't be nice either, so I can't tell you how to be nice. But yeah, a little mean girl, mean guy. Don't talk to me. Very the kind of person who everyone is, they're too good for everyone kind of vibe. You know that guy or girl people talk about, like, everyone's too good for her. She doesn't want you, and kind of vibe, and that makes people want them even more. That's a little bit of group 2 coming to this. Like I said, if you feel called to group 2, go watch it as well. But yeah, the unattainable person is what you're giving, but in a different way than group 2. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side and get into it after we pull some more cards for you guys. So green is definitely giving the energy. Snaky, there's something a little slimy, and look at the red eyes. Oh no. Yeah, very, I don't know the word I can use to embody this energy. I can just give examples. Emo, alternative, dark, scary, gory. That kind of energy is what's coming through for y'all. And that could be an appearance or energy, okay? Now let's get into the tarot cards. I'm excited to use my Harry Potter deck. I feel like if I pull too many cards, it's going to be a long reading, so I try to only pull a little bit. So let's see. Maybe some of you are called to group 1 as well. So I'm seeing a card from group 1 as I'm shuffling. And I would shuffle on camera, but look, I have no excuse. I did it. Okay. For my group 3s, please, Spirit. What would people say their Rizz is? What would men or people in general say their Rizz is? Ooh, look, we have Queen of Cups, that ooey gooey center. It's kind of like you say you hate someone and you don't want to be with them and you don't like them, but you still treat them with respect and you're still nice to them. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like the mean bad boy and the nice innocent girl. How that they always seem to find each other. You know what I mean? How the good girls always want the bad boys. They want someone to, like, you know, make them feel like, I don't know, different. Like you're the person that everybody wants but they can't have, and this person got you. That could be the kind of people who come after you. Whether you're the bad boy or the good girl, you attract those kinds of people who's the opposite of you. So why would you do that? You have her. You could insult people as well. I'm hearing filthy little mudbloods. You can insult people. And that's what's coming through. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you have a hard shell, but there's also something about you wanting to be explored. Wow, how deep. You have Page of Swords. Yeah, cold and cutting with your words, essentially. It's giving insults. Stay away from me. Leave me alone. Showing disinterest. Even though you're interested. It's kind of like the people who get more cold and mean when they have a crush on someone, because they don't want that person to know they have a crush on them. Some people get shy when they find their crush and like them. Some people get more mean. And if you are those people, which you kind of are, I feel for you. That used to be me in high school. Like, I thought a boy was cute and I was just like, yo, tear him apart. I would tear him apart. And I'm like, how do you not know that I like you? Funny. I was funny. This card that fell on the floor. Like, how do you not know I'm in love with y'all? Well, not in love. I've never been, that's too much. But how do you not know that I like y'all? I think that you're cute, you know? Instead of getting nervous, I get mean. I know this 2 of Wands is not coming through in every freaking reading. So, yeah, some of y'all felt called to group 1 or group 2. Go watch it. Do that. Or not. You don't have to. But, yeah, this came out. I'm getting cards. And this came out in group 2. So, yeah, group 1, group 2. This also came out in group 2. So, take what resonates for you and go watch it if you feel called to. Yeah, see, have fun. I thought you were going to fall, huh? Ace of Swords. Yeah, very not talking, very mute, very keeping to yourself, very non-communicative, quiet and broody. But in a very, I will, you know, cut you if you come close. You know, I don't want anybody to come close, but you want people to come close. Yeah. Interesting. So maybe you have like a very cute, warm look to you, but your personality leaves a lot to be desired, is what I'm hearing. So it's giving, oh my gosh, you're the cute girl and everybody, or the cute guy and everybody wants to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to them. You know? At the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, you're very combative. You're very combative, you're very competitive. That's also coming through the Slytherin. You want to be the best of the best. You're the smart aleck. You want to be the smartest in the class. You're just very competitive. You want to be the best of the best. You have drive, you know, ambition. And maybe anyone who's not on that same level, like I said, a little bit of elitism. If they're not on the same level as you, leave me alone. Don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Which I love for you. Anything else coming through for my group 3s? Yes, we have the Lovers. Wow. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, I don't know. You're giving me the vibe of someone who wants love but doesn't want love. Like, does that make sense to y'all? It makes sense to me. Someone who fights love with all their might but still wants it, craves it. Because if they're reaching for it and you're flirting with people, but you're doing it in a mean way where they kind of know that under all that sass and snark and, you know, what is it called? Sarcasm and stuff like that. There's someone who just wants to be loved. I just need somebody to love. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need too much, just somebody to love. But I'm hearing your insolence. I'm hearing people okay. You have a specific type and you can't deal with a lot of people, okay? So it's like a lot of people who want to be with you are very insufferable. They could be shallow, ignorant, stupid, don't dress nice, you know, in your opinion, you know. And you want a specific kind of person, so you're just mean to different people. Or like I said, you're the kind of person where you like someone, you're mean to them. And that's your Rizz. You belittle people, make them feel, you know, like I said, a bug under your shoe, smaller than small. Degradation. Some people like that. So it's working. I mean, that's what they say your Rizz is. If that's coming through as your Rizz is something that it works. You're rizzing people up, getting people, like, you know, like honeys, like bees to honey, like moths to flames, like flies to trash and food. Like, that's what's coming through for y'all. So it's like, yeah, deep down you want love, but it's very picky and choosy kind of love. You want a specific kind of person. Elitism, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, whether you're someone who has all the money in the world or not, you have standards and you are going to stick to those standards. And when you find your person, you're going to be mean to them. Okay. We have that out of the way. Now we're going to get into the horror oracle and see. That was a horrible shuffle. Why would you do that? It only shuffles properly when I do it upside down. It's annoying. Okay. My group threes, please, Spirit. My group threes. What would people, men, say their Rizz is? We have Fate. Ooh, and we have this Lover, so we're going to put that over here. We have The Call, which is the movie Scream. I know this one. We have Dance. I don't know this one. And then we have the Fate, or Fate. Stop. We have Fate. I'm hearing Fate Wing Saga. So there's something here about that. Maybe some of you resonate as being Bellatrix's, where her being mean to her guys made them want her even more. Like the Rivens and the, what was the other? Is it Zane or Dane? Like her being mean and witchy and evil kind of, or just very intense and, you know, doesn't like everyone, hard to get along with kind of energy. They liked her. They were like a little throuple on the show. So doing it by any means necessary. She's giving Slytherin for real, because it doesn't matter what or how many friends she made. She did have a soft side to her because she made friends with Bloom, and then she made friends with Stella in this series as well before they canceled it. Netflix trifling behind. But she was also very much like, I'm better than you. Like, I'm the smartest one here. I'm the most powerful fairy in Alfea. You know what I mean? I was born and bred for this kind of vibe, you know? Leader of the pack kind of energy. Like bossing everyone else around. Everyone was like scared of them, so they follow behind them. So like I said, group 2 is coming through a little bit, but in a different way. But I mean, I would expect you to be scary, because every freaking, or most of the wizards who come out of Slytherin were bad. I do believe Merlin was a Slytherin. I don't remember. Yeah, I do believe Merlin was a Slytherin. He wasn't bad. But most of the people in Slytherin were dark wizards. So maybe you consider yourself a dark witch, a dark wizard. Okay. Okay, that was something. We have Night Song, Hidden Talents. What would they say is their Rizz? You have hidden talents, guys? Let me know what's your hidden talents. I'm nosy. The Lamp. Remembrance. I don't need too much. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Winter, Cold. You have a cold energy. The Sacredness of Pausing. Okay. Those are all the cards. Oh yeah, group 2 just got a lot of cards. Okay, so your Rizz, your charisma. You have sex appeal, for sure. Because all of these girls in these cards are giving attractive. I'm hearing nubile. Okay, please. Who's being a creep? You have a nubile body, okay? Very young, very perky. Yeah. Desirable. I'm getting, what's her name? Regina George. And I'm hearing Megan Thee Stallion as well. Because in one of her newer songs, she's like, I've been told y'all, I'm the Black Regina George, you know? And I feel like, yeah, she had like a little soft side to her, but she didn't, like, she wasn't ashamed about being a bitch. She said it. Like, she's like, and y'all still love me though. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. Oh, not Regina George. She's like, and y'all still put up with me, and y'all still love me, and y'all still follow behind me. So y'all hate me, but y'all love me. You know? That's the vibe coming through. Love-hate relationships. Okay, so we're starting with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is an energy of being soft, being very nurturing, being very kind. And there is an energy of, I mean, there is a way to be kind, not a pushover. There is a way to be kind, but also very ruthless. So I'm getting those kinds of vibes from you. So you are very soft. You care about people. You're not just always over here being a bitch to everyone. You're not being mean to everyone. It's just that certain people, when it comes to how you rizz them up, you're just mean. You come off that. They see you. It's like, why are you nice to everyone else but me? Yeah, you are exactly that energy. Why are you nice to everyone else but me? It's what this person or these people are wondering. Like, what? I just saw you hug your friend and say, I love you. And then you're talking to me and I'm getting stone cold Steve Austin. Like, what the heck? What did I do to you? And it's nothing they did. It's just that's you. So yeah, there's a softness. They know it's there because they've seen it. But when it comes to like a crush or you're flirting with someone, you're just mean. Belittling them, tearing them down, like trying to one-up them, kind of energy, very competitive with them, you know? So you are giving enemies to lovers trope. If you were to fall in love with someone, you're definitely giving enemies to lovers. Now, we have the Two of Wands. I'm hearing you're very outspoken, okay? You're very much a planner, so you tell people how you want them to treat you is what I'm getting as well. Because the Two of Wands has come through for all three freaking groups, but I'm getting different messages from the card, which is why I say it doesn't really matter how the card comes out. I get whatever messages come through. I look at the card and I start hearing things. I hope I don't sound crazy, child. But yeah, definitely the Two of Wands is definitely giving that kind of vibe. You tell people how to treat you. You're like, I want this, and that. Like, I'm not putting up with this, and that. Like, I want flowers. I want this. I'm not sleeping with you until we have our 5th date. Like, you're going to come pick me up in your car, and you're going to come to my house. No, I will not come outside if you beep the horn. You're going to come and meet my parents. Like, that kind of energy. You were raised in a household where they taught you you deserve to be treated. The Draco Malfoys, how his parents told him, you're a pureblood, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And him growing up in that very toxic environment is what led him to be like talking down to everyone else. So it's kind of like it's not your fault, but it also is your fault because don't treat people that way. But this is just like how you rizz people up. So that could be like how you flirt with people, you know. But, you know, leave y'all alone. I'm not tell you what to do. But anyway, how Draco thought what he was doing was normal. He didn't think of it as bad or evil. It's just like that's how I was raised. Like, mudbloods are nasty, you know. Half-bloods are dirty. Like, it's pure blood or nothing. Is you come from a rich, nice family or nothing. Is you have money or nothing. I'm not flirting with you if you're just a regular person who work at the retail store. And that could be you. You're mean to those people as well. But then when it comes to the people who are actually in your league and you want to be with, you're mean to them too. So it's like everybody can catch these hands. You know what I mean? These hands are ready to eat for everyone. Whoo, child, y'all are funny. Anywho, that could be something as well. You're very funny. People think your dry humor, your dry wit is very funny. They think you're joking, but you're really not. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Like I said, there is something very hot and spicy and fiery about you and how you interact with your crushes or people you are interested in romantically. Or just people in general. I don't know. This could be just an everyday thing for you. The world would never know. You would know. Let me know in the comments. But it's like, you know, the way this poor dude, I forget his name, but the Irish dude, how he would always have his wand blow up in his face or something would always blow up on him. I forget his name. Shameless, I think it is. Or something like that. How this poor, he was just so small and things would always blow up on him and everything. But I will never forgive him for not believing Harry in the Goblet of Fire, or after the Goblet of Fire, the Order of the Phoenix, how they know, but he didn't believe him. And they thought he was lying when he said Voldemort was back. Like, boy, bye. Child, anyway. Maybe a lot of people don't like you. Maybe you're not that likable. Or you're an acquired taste is what I'm hearing. But that's the vibe that's coming through. You blow up on people, or you try not to, or you're very just like you keep to yourself to not blow up on people. Maybe you're just an angry person. Who knows? You could just be angry at the world, angry at life, and you take it out on people. Could be, could not be. Who knows? Take what resonates. But yeah, you do things and people laugh at it. Because this guy, I forget his name. I think his name was Dean. Is it? I feel like it is. So that's the second time a Dean is coming through, I believe. No, the guy from Fate Winks is Dane. Yeah, so Dean. He's the one from Harry Potter, and that's him in the car. Let me see if I can bring it up so you guys can see it better. Because the reverse cards don't allow you to see the pictures properly. So I already got the message, so just bring it up so you can see them better. Okay, yes. So it's definitely like you're very explosive. That could be your temper. You have an explosive temper. It's something that could be coming through as well. I did believe he did as well. Like I said, hot-headed. Page of Swords. Very teasing, making fun of people. I'm hearing you hit them where it hurts. Why are you guys like this? Let people love you. Group 3. Let people love you. You tease them, you say mean things. That's the vibe that's coming through the Page of Swords. Look at how we have the claw just ripping through the painting. You rip past their defenses while you shred them to the core, you know? Maybe you tell them things they don't want to hear, and that's something that kind of like, oh, that's a harsh truth I wasn't ready to hear today. But that's a way of flirting. You know? The big fat lady. It's not over till the fat lady sings. You could call people fat, which is not nice. Rip them to shreds, you know? But the Ace of Swords in reverse, I do feel like you tried not to talk to people you have a crush on, so you don't act like this, because you just don't, you can't help it, child, which makes sense, because like I said, if you were raised a certain kind of way or certain things are embedded in you, it's kind of like, it's hard for you to be different or become something different. Maybe you're healing now and trying to become nicer to people, or trying to wonder why you act this way and, you know, heal those wounds kind of, and just you try not to tell people the truth all the time. You try to hold back, you know? Maybe you're the person that always like giggles or just laughs or like, you know what I mean? Because you know when to open your mouth, you're going to get a little mean and a little teasing, and not everybody is open or receptive to your blunt honesty, you know? And then we have the Lovers. The Lovers is not only a card about love and soulmates, it's also a card about making important life decisions. So I do think you take your who you're gonna flirt with or rizz up very serious. Like I said, you have standards and you have a list, you know. It's giving me how I remember when Chili had her own dating show, how her parents and her friends and girlfriends would always say, girl, you're never gonna find anyone with that long list you have. And she's like, I don't care, I have my list, and that's the kind of person that I want, you know what I mean? And I'm not changing it for anyone. And I don't think she really found anybody on that show, but I think she's with, what's his name, dude now? One of the brothers. I forget his name. I'm trying to remember what movie he's from. He is the son in Mrs. Doubtfire. Nah, yeah. That's where I know him from. I'm sure I know him from other things as well, but that's what I can think of right now. He is the son from Mrs. Doubtfire. That's what Chili's with now. She's dating him. And he has brothers as well. His brother was in that show with Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I forget her actual name. They had a show together on ABC Family. But yeah, you could come from like a dynasty or something. You could come from a family of really successful people. Like I said, which is why you have that purebred mentality driven into you, which is why you're trying to maybe fix that or heal that. And it's like, I can't be this mean to people all the time. I gotta fix that part of my personality. And which is why you try to refrain from speaking to people that you like, because you don't want to get crazy with them, you know, or you try to refrain from speaking in general because you know you can come off a little harsh sometimes, you know? But it's giving dynasty. You come from a family because they're all actors. It's the first brother, it's the one from Mrs. Doubtfire, and then it's the younger brother. And they're all very attractive looking. Yes. And they're all actors, and they have like, that's their legacy or whatever. So you definitely come from a family of well-to-do people. Maybe there was pressure placed on you, or there is pressure placed on you to marry someone of a specific caliber, you know? What else is coming through for you guys? I'm getting Gemini energy, so maybe you are, like I said, two-faced. Sometimes you're nice to people, sometimes you're not. I think the overwhelming energy is one of love, of loving and wanting to be loved. That's the overwhelming energy, because you have a queen coming through for Queen of Cups, you know, very psychic, you know, very emotional, very emotionally intelligent, very caring. You care about people, you take care of people. But then we have this Page of Swords that kind of roar like a little lion, you know? You pounce and you roar and kind of rip people where it hurts. You hit them where it hurts. So you like assess them, figure out their weaknesses, and then kind of hit them where it hurts, you know? But the Lovers, like I said, is Gemini energy, so that could be coming through heavily for some of you here. The Lamp, Remembrance, and Night Song, Hidden Talents. Your oracle cards are kind of like throwing me for whatever reason. We have fate, dance, and the call. The lamp is something about illuminating things in the dark. Maybe you, I'm hearing remember who you are from Lion King. And it's funny how I just mentioned you could be a lion or something, or a lioness. And it's something about you guys being like brutally honest and telling people what they need to hear. And that's not, and that's what people think is a risk for you. You tell them what they need to hear. You're just honest all the time. And you're like a light in the dark. You guide people. You're very helpful as well. Like I said, you do care about people, but you just tend to be very blunt, very honest about what you want, very forthcoming, you know, upfront. And they could think it's intimidating or kind of scary. Maybe you have a nice song. You could have a really nice voice. You could sing people to sleep, or you just being honest and speaking your truth and speaking your words. Your words are important. You know, you could have like a, you know what people want to hear, or what they need to hear, I should say. Maybe you do know what they want to hear. Maybe you're not always mean all the time, but there's something here about people falling under your spells, what I'm getting. Because now I'm hearing the song from Buffy. I'm under your spell. God, how could this be? You just took my soul with me. No, playing with my memory. Oh, and we have remembrance. What? You know I've been through hell. Something, see. There'll be nothing left of me. You made me complete. And then Jaws goes into, believe me, I don't wanna go. Stop. And it'll grieve me 'cause I love you so. But we both know. Wish I could say, wish I could trust that it was just this once. But I can't. I'm sorry. Like, okay, so essentially that is the musical episode of Buffy. And she's like, this is the part of the show where Willow is playing with Tara's memory, where they've been fighting a lot and she's using some kind of flower and putting it under Tara's pillow at night to make her forget about their fights. So everything is nice and honky-dory all the time. And then Tara's like making their bed one day and she finds the flower and she goes and looks it up and realizes it's a flower used to make people forget things. And she's like, huh? And I do believe the first time they met or something, Tara was being under the control of another witch or something. I haven't really watched that season that much, which is why I'm going through my Buffy marathon in the month of Halloween to kind of see season 5, I believe it is. But I don't really know, but I know that's when we meet Tara and she's under the control of Faith or something. And she's like, you know, I've been through hell and you're playing with my memory. You know, I was under someone's control for how long? And you're doing the same thing they're doing, controlling me in a way. So you could be very controlling as well. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. But that's what's coming through that song. She's like, I've been through hell, and you're playing with my memory. God, how could this be? You know? You made me complete, and now you're playing with me, you know? But yeah. And also that's Joss' song as well, where he's like, believe me, I don't want to go. And it'll grieve me because I love you so, but we both know. And this is also the part of the season where Buffy comes back to life again because her friends can't let her go. And she's like emotionless. She has no feelings, you know? So now she's hooking up with who? Spike, her mortal enemy. Enemies to lovers. Exactly. But she's doing a bunch of stuff in this season, child. And Jaws is like, you came back to life and now I have to be the adult. You know, I'm taking care of Dawn and she's like doing all these things at school and you're just not here. You're elsewhere. And I have to leave in order for you to kind of pick up back the slack you've been like letting fall on me. Like I've been the adult here and you've just been doing whatever, going through, you know, daydreaming. And he's like, I have to leave or else you're never gonna, you know, come back to life or realize your own consequence, you know? So basically Jaws is being the adult and Buffy's like just zoning. And he's like, if I don't leave, I'm going to continue enabling you. And I can't do that. So maybe you don't enable people. You tell them the truth. And like I said, that kind of vibe was coming through again. Like you don't let them get away with anything. And that's how you risk people. And this is not giving very Rizzy, but I'm like, sure, this is what's coming through. So, okay. But something here about memory. You make them remember certain things. You know what I mean? However that's coming through. You remind them of someone they used to know. Or I'm hearing now you're just somebody that I used to know. So you definitely leave them. You love them and leave them. Which I think I said for your group. It was either you or group, I don't know, some group I said during this reading. So like I said, if you felt called to another group, go ahead and watch it. But it's like you love them and then you leave them. And then they're remembering you and thinking about you at all this time. So it's kind of like you're stuck in their head. That's how you Rizz people. You tell them the truth and then leave them. I'm getting that scene from Legally Blonde where a lot of movies and shows are coming through for you guys. There's always a group. There's a group with singing and music, and there's a group with movies and shows. So I guess that's how you kind of get messages, or that's how I get messages to give to you guys. You like movies and shows. That could be something you kind of have rizzed up as well. You are very well versed in pop culture. But before I forget, in Legally Blonde, when Elle is trying to help the nerdy guy find a girl, she walks up to him on campus and slaps him, and he's like, wait, what's wrong? What did I do? And while the two attractive girls are watching, she's like, you're just gonna give me the best night of my life and never call me back, kind of vibe. And he's like, sorry. He's like, you should be, you know, you were the best I've ever had, or something like that. And then she walks away or stomps away, and the two girls are now looking at him in a new light, like, you rocking girls world, you can get somebody like Elle Woods, kind of vibe. So she's helping him out in that way, you know. But that's what, I don't know where that came through. You're just gonna give me the best night of my life and never call me back? He's like, I'm sorry. You should be. You're the best lover, or something like that. And then you leave. So yeah, people get upset that you give them the best night of their life and you tell them what needs to be told, and you're just very open, and I'm hearing a breath of fresh air and in your honesty, and then you just leave them at the end of it, you know? But there is something here about you having a nice voice, something about your voice, your words, something's important about that. Now, I'm going to read from each book, the movies that we get for you guys. We have The Call. It's from the movie Scream. You should never say, who's there? You probably want to let it go to voicemail. Nothing good ever comes from an unexpected call from an unknown number. Yeah, there's something here about you being you don't talk to people, you don't answer their texts, you don't answer their calls, you play hard to get. Because we have the Ace of Swords, which is, like I said, you leave people in the dark, you don't want to talk to them. And then we have the Call saying, do you ever just want to let it go to voicemail? So you be ducking and weaving, you don't answer their calls. It's like exactly like I said, you give me the best night of my life and then you never call. And then we have the Call. Wow. Okay. Self-awareness does not always constitute self-defense. Ironic distance can provide the illusion of safety. See, you want to keep a safe distance because maybe you find yourself too attracted to someone. You don't want them to have that power over you, but you leaving them and leaving them on red, or not answering their calls, or loving them and leaving them is not the answer, group threes. But that's what they like, so I don't know. Continue to do it, I guess. Can what you reframe really hurt you? The corrupt can't resist congratulating themselves. Bad news and misdirection can cut us to the quick if we give it half a chance. Cut you to the quick. Bad news and misdirection. You just, I don't know. What's wrong with y'all? Not that there's anything wrong with you, but I don't know. You being mean and avoiding people, or not texting them back, or being hard to reach. Like a ghosting, maybe something how you Rizz people up. I don't know. Very interesting. But yeah, you don't call them back, you don't answer the phone, they come searching for you, hunting you down, ready to, plot their revenge. Whatever sound that's from. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna go on to dance. Won't you dance the night away? We have Suspiria. Bad luck isn't brought by broken mirrors, but broken minds. Is there something here about you being bad luck? I don't know. Yeah, there's something here about not being able to be together, but knowing you're supposed to be together. There's something here about ghosting, leaving. It's giving chaser runner dynamic. So you're the runner and you attract chasers. So commitment phobe, you're the commitment phobe. And that's your Rizz. by drawing people in and then leaving them. Interesting. Okay. For all its startling beauty, dance practice at the highest level can be uncompromisingly brutal. An assault on the bodies and minds of the dancers, delivered by teachers who are akin to a coven of sadists. Okay. So maybe you're a sadist, okay? Yeah, and that's what you want, to give pain. That's how you get your sick kicks. Okay, guys. It's a fallacy that art must come from suffering, but if a pursuit does prove difficult in the extreme, look for a lesson in the difficulty itself. Find inspiration in the commitment of others. So commitment phobe is the vibe that's coming through for y'all. That's your Rizz. You bring people in, get them attached, and then leave, and don't call them back or text them back. Interesting. Very interesting. But I love how I was talking about brutal and ruthless and da-da-da-da, and then we have it coming out in the cards you guys got. So dance practice at the highest level can be uncompromisingly brutal and assault on the bodies and minds of the dancers. So you assault people's bodies and minds because sadist is coming through. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting for you guys. I don't know what this is, but it's something, child. And we have It Follows. I've never heard of this movie. We have whatever helps it get close to you. Wow. And that's fate. Okay. So whatever they have to do to get close to you is what people are doing. This is a very peculiar reading, guys. Okay. So the actions of others can set things in motion toward you unstoppably, so that your only agency is how you handle the situation. There is no way to avoid it, no opting out. It's coming for you whether you like it or not. You see this with a disturbing focus, even if those around you cannot. What can you do? And it says determine your own fate. And what will be, will be. So this could be a specific person coming through, maybe. But whatever helps it get close to you. Look, people want to lock you up and lock you down. They want to chase you down. Look, she's distressed in all of these cards. Distressed. So you put people under duress and distress, and that's what your Rizz is. Very interesting. And I do believe, like I said, it depends on the person that's coming towards you, because it says the actions of others can set things in motions toward you. So people come towards you and when you act a certain kind of way or try to approach you a certain kind of way, you know what I mean? If you're not the commitment phobe, you definitely attract those kinds of people, because maybe you are that way as well. Or if you're not, then I don't know. But yeah, there's something about that coming through. It's like, it's almost like it's your fate to attract these kinds of people. For you to have to be mean to them, for you to have to ghost them in the end. You think that's your fate. You're stuck in like a very toxic cycle for some of you, maybe. Take what resonates. It's like, I'm so close, but I can't find the person I actually want. I'm only attracting people I don't care for. Things are always blowing up in my face when it comes to my dating life. So now I just have to be mean to people. I don't want to date anymore. I don't want to date anymore. I'm always constantly disappointed. I don't want to always be disappointed and be used and abused and whatever. I just want people to leave me alone, which is why you're mean to people, but they still stay and come closer. Wow. Okay. So that could be something. Now I'm going to get into your card. What did we get? Is Dumbledore coming out for everybody? Albus Dumbledore. Fear of a name increases fear of the thing itself. Mic drop. Mic drop. Like, why are these quotes like so good? Like, I will never understand the way everything can come together so beautifully in a tarot reading, and all of these cards have nothing to do with each other, but all the cards that were supposed to coming out. Like, how could someone watch a tarot reading and tell me that they don't believe in whatever this power entity is, the reader or the spirit behind them? How do you not believe in it? Because I've been talking about this the whole time. I just said these girls look terrified in their readings. Look at how things are blowing up in this person's face. Harry and Ron especially look terrified in this one card, and it's like the card that you guys get that we had no idea what it was is fear. Like, what? Like, this will never get old. The reading is just so it's so invigorating. Okay, so fear of a name increases fear of the thing itself. It's giving Voldemort, and I did mention Voldemort and Malfoy in this reading. So that could be confirmation for some that you are some Malfoys out there, or Voldemorts at least. You have evil schemes. And it's all because of a flaw from when you were growing up. For Voldemort, it was because he was conceived with a love spell, so he didn't know what love was. He was never able to feel it or understand it, which is why he didn't understand for so long why Harry survived after he tried to kill him when he was a baby, because of his mother's love. He didn't understand that. Malfoy grew up in that pure blood supremacy thing, you know? So it's giving, I don't want to say it, but some people who maybe grow up not liking other races, or their families telling them, no, you can't date outside of your race or outside of your culture because we're better than them or we're holier than them, you know, racism and stuff like that. That's coming through. So you could come from a household like that and you are just mean to everyone or think you're better than everyone, and it's like, that's your Rizz. And I don't know, it works for you, but is it really nice? I don't know. People are scared of you for sure. They're like so close yet so far away. They feel trapped, hung up on you because this lady's hanging by her head, child, ghetto. And I think something happened in this movie Scream that made the person want to start killing everyone. It's like a vengeance thing. So you could have did something to someone, you know what I mean? Or like I said, you just attract the enemy's lover's trope in whatever you do. And it's because you attract people who you don't like, or not too much on y'all, but we attract people who are exactly like us. So whatever we don't like in that person is what we need to heal in ourselves. So if you attract someone who's a commitment phobe, it's because you are a commitment phobe, or you used to be one. Now you're attracting, getting your karma back, you know? So you're like, oh my gosh, I hate that guy because he's this and that. It's because there's something wrong in you for you to always want to point out someone else's flaws, you know, that kind of thing, or be mean to them. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you being so mean to everyone? Why is that your Rizz, you know? But let's not get too deep into it. It's supposed to be a lighthearted reading, but for y'all, it got crazy, okay? I hope this reading resonated maybe, and I did mention Dumbledore in this reading, but I more so mentioned Snape, so you guys could, like, resonate with Snape, Malfoy, Draco, but Dumbledore came out for you guys. Let me see if I can get another one for you guys. I don't know why I feel called to get another one. Can I get another card from my group threes, please? Before I leave them, one more card. No, I just want one. How would people best describe their Rizz? And of course we got two. Okay, why not? We have Albus Dumbledore again. Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living. Above all, those who live without love. And what was I talking about? Dumbledore, I mean, Voldemort, how he was conceived with no love, on a love spell, so he doesn't know what love is. And it's like, don't be mean to him, Harry. You don't want to kill him. Pity him. Because he lived his life without love. His parents didn't love him. He grew up in a world where he wasn't able to really feel it, experience it himself, and also fall for someone else. That's a lonely existence. No wonder he turned evil, child. We can't really blame him, but we can blame him. So that could be resonating for you in some way. I don't know. But last card, we have Albus coming through twice. And we have Rubius Hagrid. I am what I am. And I'm not ashamed. Oh my gosh. You guys are a mess. Y'all said shut up and mind your business. Heard you. Like I said, I could be this way sometimes too. I don't know. I'm not too much on you, but it's what's coming through. It says, I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. Never be ashamed, my old dad used to say. There's some who will hold it against you, but they're not worth bothering with. Wow. This is bars. This is giving mic drop if I ever heard of it. I said, mind y'all business, sis. This is how I flirt. And it works. So I heard you. Heard you. Heard you? Who? Yeah. That's crazy. I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. Never be ashamed. So you're not ashamed of who you are. You said what you said. You grew up how you grew up. That's just it. There's some people who will hold it against you, but they're not worth bothering with. Wow. This is a whole mic drop, guys. I don't know. Like, I hope this reading resonated. I'm done. It's over. That's your Rizz. How people would describe your Rizz. They didn't mean to get too deep. It was supposed to be a lighthearted, fun reading, but like I said, there's always one group. Like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. Love to have you. I'm having a $55 special right now for the month of October. Book while you can. $55, 30 minutes, up to 2 questions. A reading just like this, but privately for you. Email me, ThePleiadianPriestess@gmail.com for more information or to book with me, okay? I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're reading this, whenever you're watching this. And as always, I will see you with people in the next one. Bye.